I do kind of have a question. Does this game matter to you? Like in the grand scheme of things, does it matter to you?
I would
Or is it just another win?
absolutely two things. I would love to win because of the stunt that they pulled and not playing here. I think it would be incredible to not only have them pay us a milli, but then to go beat their asses in St. Louis. Two, because of the optics, they're a 3-0 SEC team. They're getting a little bit of love from the media, especially after last week's win against Kansas State. So I think optically that looks very good. And the hype I think you'll get from that going into Boise State next week is something that I would really love to see the football team have.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, it does not. No, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't stand in the way of the ultimate goals of this team, which is to win the American Conference and get to the New Year's Six. Does losing to Missouri hurt right now? Yes, in a sense. But if you go out and you win the rest of your games, you beat Boise State at home, you beat Tulane, you beat SMU, you end up in the American Conference Championship, you're still probably the top G5 team and have a real shot at making the New Year's Six. So at the end of the day, no, this isn't the end of the world if they don't go up to St. Louis and bring this one back. But it would be damn nice if they figured out a way to do it for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking it really only benefits you because it sets up how important that game against Boise is. Because to me, that's like the most important game that you're going to play outside of any conference game. Because losing that one could potentially come back to hurt you, even if you won every conference game. Because if you lose to Boise, then there's a chance that Boise is the number one G5, so you don't get the auto bid to the New Year's Six Bowl. So I really want them to go into the wow. Let's start that over again. So he get them getting the win at Mizzou, then going into Boise State undefeated with momentum. I think you're going to get the crowd into it. I think the team is
Oh,
going to
we will
start
be
buying in
high
more.
on
It's
life,
just
Tiger
you
football.
really need that. But the
Absolutely.
win,
And I think it is
whatever.
I think it is very doable. This is no world beater,
Yeah.
SEC team. This isn't by all means. It's not Hugh Freeze and Ole Miss coming in here as 2 touchdown favorites or anything. Granted, that was in Memphis, but still, you get the point. Like, yeah, you're going to St. Louis. You're only a 6.5, 7 point underdog. Like this isn't. You're not incapable of doing this. I mean, shoot, everybody in their world just thought that Colorado was about to overrun Colorado State. And granted, that's a little bit more of obviously a rivalry game, so
Sure.
anything happens. But when you go into a game and you're a 23.5 point favorite, like people are expecting you to steamroll. So, I mean, this is why they play the game. Again, just given where we're at, what we've seen this team do on the road the last couple of years, I'm not there in being confident enough to pick them to go out there and win, especially based on kind of what we saw and the struggles we had on Thursday night against Navy. But that's not to say I will not be surprised next Monday night if we are drinking a much better beer and celebrating having kicked Missouri's ass in St. Louis.
Let's hope so. I'm just going to chalk it up as that was Missouri's best game that they just put out against Kansas State, right?
Yeah.
I don't follow Mizzou enough to understand if it was or wasn't, but I know what we put out there was not great, and we could be so much better. And there's a good chance that was the best game Mizzou will play all year. So,
sure.